Morning. This is Discover the I Am Within to improve your life. And I just want to talk a couple of minutes because I was thinking about a few things and I'm on my way to church. And I wanted to just say a couple of things about that I noticed. One is that our society impresses upon us many things that make us want to put ourselves down, and it's like, because we're not fitting in. It's the sheep mentality, it's the clone mentality, it's the group mentality. I got to be part of a group, I got to be accepted. And the things that have us feel really bad about ourselves can be avoided and prevented because it isn't necessary for everybody to be the same. If we could impress each other to love and accept each other as we are and just love everything about each other. But instead, what we've been doing is the opposite. And I want to give a couple of examples because I think this is something that's really valuable to think about. And what am I doing? I'm not trying to tell anybody to put anybody down. I just want to ask you to wake up to why it is that you think a certain way and why it is that you act a certain way, behave a certain way, do certain things. Why? So that you can know, do you want that for real? Is it really a choice? Because a lot of people go around in their lives and they really aren't aware of what they're doing, thinking, saying, feeling, believing, supporting, whether or not it's really a choice. Like, they haven't examined it at all. They just accept it because someone said it, someone else, they saw it on TV, the group of people they hang with. And even many people have secretly known that they didn't like certain things, but they go along with it anyway. So I'm going to start with a couple of physical examples because I thought it was interesting this morning that I don't normally wear sandals. And when I got ready to put sandals on just now, I looked at my toes and I was looking at them, and I don't paint my toenails. And I thought that there may be people in the world who would judge me and say, ooh, she doesn't take good care of herself because she doesn't paint her toenails. And I think that one of the things that other people don't realize, or people in general don't realize, is how people take care of themselves in a general way, according to the beauty standards that our society has, isn't even necessarily anything that we should be doing. And I'm not saying basic things, like we should brush our teeth. Well, okay, I think that, and I'm not saying I'm right or wrong either. I'm just saying that in the scheme of things, as far as herd mentality goes, there are certain things that just don't have any real basis for being that we need to do it. And one of those things is obviously, to me, painting our toenails. Why women have to paint their toenails? Why are men looked bad upon if they paint their toenails? Why do men have to shave? Why do women shave their legs? Why? There's a whole lot of things. And the reason why that I thought about it and wanted to make a video real quick is because it's important. Because a lot of people don't realize what they're doing and saying and supporting hurts other people. Like, for example, everything that we point out and make fun of in our society about another person or culture and their physical appearance, it's hurtful. And the person doesn't realize that there's something wrong with them until somebody else points it out necessarily. So the thing is that I was thinking about how when I was a little kid, when we're all children and we're born, we're just in our bodies and we accept everything about ourselves. In fact, just like animals, animals sniff each other, they lick each other. So it's no different for humans, except for humans have made these rules and impress upon each other and indoctrinate each other, hypnotize each other, and tell each other, yeah, you gotta have these colors. That's for you can only like these colors. You have to do things to your body. You need to look a certain way and all this. But what we could be doing is we could love everything. Now, what if we decided that all of a sudden green wasn't a fabulous color? We wanted to paint all things green, grass, trees, bushes, shrubs, all of those had to be turned some other color. So they figured out a way, but why? Why would it be necessary? Why can't, just like in a garden, you see all these flowers, and yes, they make hybrid flowers. So, because people think that something about how things naturally are isn't quite right. And I want to say that I am saying everything that naturally is fine. To me, I love and accept everything as it is. I love birds, all the pretty colors. I love trees, flowers, everything, people as they naturally are. And I just would want to see a world where we all accept and love each other and everything about each other as we are, so that we can heal the hurtful things that we're doing. I was going to go back to saying what I thought about this example. One is that when I was a little kid, I remember I was like, let's say 5 years old. And, you know, even when you're a little kid, you don't even know that you're black or white. And if you think about it, you might, but you're going to have to think back. Maybe you say, well, of course you know. No, you don't. When little children, it's at some point in their lives, they realize something about race and what race they are. But at first, they don't even know. And they don't even see any differences. And then, so when you're a little kid, you don't even, like when I was a little girl, I didn't know I was even black, what environment that I saw, I saw people on TV, which wasn't a lot of people. But at some point it starts to seep in that, so anyway, let me just go back. I just want to say, here you are, you're black in a society that hates blacks, had slavery, et cetera, et cetera. This is back years ago, which is the same now anyway. So our society seems as though it hates a lot of things: misogyny, sexism, homophobia, everything. It's like all about making fun of, hating other people and all that. And so what I'm trying to say is that when you're little, you don't have that. Not somebody had to teach that to you, present it to you. It didn't even necessarily have to be a choice, but they just reinforced it on you. And then so I remember when I was little, and, I basically thought the world was just this great open place. They teach you that in your school books. You go to school, you see, you don't even notice that, like, see Dick and Jane, that the characters are white. You think they're you. And then at some point in your life, you realize that, at some point I started to realize that, black people are not as good as white people. You know what I mean? Like as a little child, 5 years old, 6 years old, 7 years old, I started to understand that in our society, there was something about me that wasn't even, that wasn't good, that wasn't the greatest, that wasn't best. So other people were better than me. So this concept of someone else being better than me was implanted in my mind. And, you don't know, like, what did you do? There's nothing that you did. It's like when I realized that I was black, or someone first called me a nigger, like, there wasn't anything I did differently. I woke up in the morning as a little kid, who got up, brushed my teeth, ate breakfast, got my school books, went to school, and it's something in the world that had to tell me that there was something wrong with me. Because when when people call each other names, make fun of, like, all of a sudden now there's something wrong. And you didn't change. Nothing changed. Nothing changed in me to make me be someone different, that I was all of a sudden second class, bad, not as good as. So these are the things that with my channel, my commitment is to continue to raise questions on topics and subjects, to ask people to wake up and start taking a look at how your life is in the world, and are you even making choices about what you do or what you support or who you are or what you think. And the reasons why is because I sincerely think that as we begin to release a lot of the things that don't really help us as a people, as a human being, as human beings, as a society, then we can have a freedom and a joy and a love and an acceptance, and we can have true peace, and we can have a lot of things that are not really dominating the world right now, because in a way it looks like the world domination right now is a culture of the opposite, where we have a lot of other things. So I'm going to leave on the positive note of that what we want is to free ourselves from anything that we do not sincerely want in our lives, and free ourselves so that we can actually let in the good and create the life that we really want for not only ourselves, but for everyone we know. All right, with that, I'm going to just say peace out. Love everyone, love yourself, accept yourself, and have this fabulous day. Have a fabulous life. Discover the I am within you to improve your life.